デビューに関わらず日本で投げる機会っていうのは、そうそうないと思うので、この機会をしっかり噛み締めながら、投げたいなと思っています。
We'll finish up in the first row on your left with Doug.
And rookie, you have one of the best splitters, fastballs. A lot of people have been talking about your slider and kind of developing that pitch. This organization has a great reputation for developing sliders. What have you kind of learned about that pitch, and how important is that for you to just take your game to the next level?
- もちろんスライダーだったり、他の球種が必要になってくると思うんですけど、ただストレートとフォークがあってのことだと思うので、まずはそこをしっかり安定して再現性高く投げようということは話しています。
Roki, Yuki, thank you both so much. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thanks. Dave Roberts should be down in a couple minutes. Who's up first? Okay, we'll start in the second row on your left, Dave.
お疲れ様でした。まず阪神戦の、阪神のチームとしての印象であったりとか、また今日は才木投手が目立ったのと、ホームランの佐藤選手の活躍目立ちましたけど、そこの2人の印象についてお願いします。
Really good ball club. I thought they play really good defense. They can handle velocity, good with the fastball. The starter, I thought, had major league stuff, really good fastball, good command, good split. And then Sato, he looks the part. He's a really impressive baseball player.
Other questions in Japanese? We'll go to the third row on your left, Dave.
今日の阪神戦と昨日の巨人戦含めて先発したピッチャーはメジャーに志望するっていうのをもうすでに表明してたりとか、日本の選手の才能であったりNPB でプレーする選手の才能についてどう思ったかっていうのをお伺いしたいです。
Really good talent. I thought we saw some good arms from the Giants yesterday, certainly out of the bullpen. I thought this team, they had some players that were, I think both teams were physical. And it's exciting to know that they have a lot of interest in coming over to the States. We want the best players, and they clearly show that they can play at the top level.
Any other questions in Japanese? We'll take one last one. We'll get you the microphone.
お疲れ様です。今日大谷選手2打席で、退きましたけど、それ予定通りだったのかということと、今日の打席内容をどうご覧になったかというところ。
I thought he took some good swings, but it was planned for him just to take 2 at-bats today and get ready for the opener.
We'll take questions in English. We'll start with Fabian on the left.
Yeah, Dave, first off, what was Mookie able to do today pregame?
I was out there with him taking ground balls, throwing it across the diamond. I think he took some swings in the cage. Really showed some fatigue, understandably so. We'll see how he comes in tomorrow. He should be here for the workout and kind of try to do a little bit more tomorrow and see where he's at.
Obviously, it's more than 24 hours away, but what's your level of optimism that he'll be in there for opening day?
Optimism for opening day. I think that we're really trying to be mindful of not just opening day, but not putting him in harm's way in the sense of he hasn't taken live at-bats or played in any games, and not to put him in a position where he potentially could get hurt.
りますけども、怪我につながるようなことはさせたくないので、また明日練習に参加して様子を見る。
I'm going to Sonia in the third row on the left.
Where do you need Mookie to be tomorrow to be sure that, Tuesday is a go for him?
I think. Oh, you need to.
ムーキーの状態っていうのはどういうところを確認して開幕に出れるか決断するんですか。
I think number one tomorrow coming in, that he doesn't feel signs of being overly taxed today, feeling strong tomorrow, and then tomorrow to be able to go through an entire workout and not feel that same fatigue would give us a chance. But anything outside of that, I just don't think the training staff would feel good about that.
もし出るとしたらしっかり明日、練習する前に状態を確認してしっかりとフルメニューをこなしてフルメニューをこなしながらもまたその明後日に向けて出れるかっていうのを再確認します。
And yesterday, Blake Snell talked about kind of being excited to face hitters that are new to him. Is there anything in a similar vein that seeing your team face, new opponents, teams they haven't seen before, teaches you about them?
新しい選手、対戦してない選手に対してすごく勉強になることっていうのは、スネルが昨日おっしゃってたんですけども、監督として何か勉強になったことはありましたか？
Not really. I think that it's still baseball, and Blake was very good for 3 innings, and he walked the leadoff guy, gave up a hit, and left a fastball up in the strike zone. And so it's one of those things that, when you don't execute, when you execute, you're going to get guys out, and when you don't, you're going to give other teams opportunities. So it's still good to face another team, but it still comes down to playing good baseball.
新しいチームと対戦することよりも、スネル選手のことに関しては、素晴らしい3イニングで、4回はフォアボールから始まってしまって、失投が多かったのかなと思ったので、失点につながったので、別に新しいチームというよりも、しっかりとその内容が、4回から良くなかったっていう面で失点につながったのかなと思います。
Take 2 last questions up front on the left.
Dave, Andy Pajes goes 1 for 3 today, had a nice catch in center. Have you made a final decision as to who was going to be the opening day starting center fielder? And could that be a position battle that kind of goes past this series? But just kind of what's your outlook on center field right now?
Yeah, we haven't made a final decision. Obviously, there's that last spot we're essentially talking about, but Andy's had a very good camp, and that was a really good play out there in center field. And obviously, with Imanaga going on opening day, it makes sense that Andy, there's a chance that he'll be in the lineup.
'll finish up in the same row.
Hi. Roki was in here earlier, but are you planning to, or have you already had a heart-to-heart with him, ahead of Wednesday, which will be a big emotional day, not just for him, but for his family, as he begins, a new chapter in his career?
I have not. I think that Roki understands, how important this moment is for him, his family, the Japanese people. So I think that I don't want to add to the pressure, and so sometimes I just like to let it just play out, and that's what I'm going to do.
もちろんキャストにとって彼自身にとってこの開幕戦っていうのはすごい大事なことだと思いますけど、特に私からは話していません。ある意味プレッシャーっていうのをかけたくないので、自然に開幕戦を迎えてもらえばと思います。
All right, Dave, well, thanks so much. Appreciate your time. Good to see you. Enjoyed tonight. We'll have the Cubs in here pregame, and the Hall of Fame will follow the Cubs. So Craig Counsell will be at 5, and the Hall of Fame press conference will likely be at 5:15, and we'll keep you posted.
この後シカゴカブスの試合前会見、カウンセル監督が5時15分、その後に、野球殿堂博物館の探検も行われます。ぜひお越しください。